Jordan, another important win in the bag. How pleased were you with the way that the boys got over the lines there and found a way back into things?
Yeah, very pleased. It was a difficult game at times. Obviously conceding the goal, go 1-0 down. But I thought the boys reacted really well. Scored some good goals and gained momentum back quickly after the goal.
For the second game in a row, substitutes have made a big difference. How pleasing is that the squad are able to adapt the situation so well just now?
Yeah, that's a big bonus for us. We need everybody over the next few months, so to use the bench and to make an impact really important.
In terms of goals today, Mo Salah 150 for him. Pass from Ali for the goal as well. Shades of the Man United game going a while back. How pleased are you for him and his contribution?
Yeah, Ali's incredible keeper. Shot stopping obviously, but distribution as well is amazing. It's a great pass and unbelievable touch from Mo and a great finish.
Great finish. How important was keeping a bit of composure at times today and remaining positive even when they took the lead and it looked like it might be a difficult way back in?
Yeah, it's always important to stay positive when you go 1-0 down, try and react in the right way, and I felt as though we did that. You know, we gained momentum back quickly, put them under some pressure and managed to break the deadlock with a goal and got back into the game. And then the momentum changes, the crowd get up and scored some couple of good goals.
Just finally, how challenging are weeks like this when you've got 3 big games coming up, and especially when one of those is a cup final, because it's natural that we start to talk about the cup final, fans start to talk about the cup final, but you guys can't.
Yeah, but the lads are used to that. There's games every 3 days for nearly every week, so it's just concentrate on the next game, recover well. Leeds is a tough game, you know, it'll be a really intense game. You know how well they play, so we need to be ready for it, use the whole squad again. I'm sure we'll have some fresh legs again for Wednesday and hopefully we can get another good result.
It doesn't seem that long since we were standing in exactly the same place talking about you getting your 50th Premier League goal, and here we are, 150 now for Liverpool, and a decent win, of course. How does that feel today?
It feels great. The result was... we struggled in the beginning when we considered a goal, but I think we played good football first half. Second half, we started the game second half, we considered goals, so the game became tougher. But we managed to come back, and yeah, it's a great result. Of course, I'm happy to score 150.
A place in the record books, the second fastest in the club's all-time history. That sounds... I know you'd want to be number 1, though, wouldn't you?
I don't know who was number 1.
Roger Hunt was the first one. Sir Roger Hunt, they call him around here.
I'm always proud to score for this club, and you know, the most important thing to win games. So, which what we did today.
Feels like he's breaking a record season upon season, Mo Salah. Congratulations to him. But they certainly made life difficult for themselves in Liverpool. They had to come back from behind, didn't they, Demba?
Yeah, they started the second half not as good as I believe they would have loved to. And, I mean, this goal is unfortunate, but going 1-0 behind, maybe that's what strive them to come back.
Yeah. And this comes after what was a promising first half.
Yeah, I mean, Norwich played reasonably well, I must say. I like their intention more than their output. They didn't get too many chances, but not many teams do at Anfield. But Rachita there having a shot from just outside the box. They tried and they played the right way, and I really like what I saw. I think if they play like that, then they might get pick up a lot more points between now and the end of the season.
For a period, it looked like it was going to be a frustrating afternoon for Liverpool. 2 goals in 2.5 minutes turned it on its head. Yeah, you're wondering if the first goal will come, and as soon as this went in, you were confident. I love the way Sadio Mane, he picks up the flight of the ball. He decides his style of finish straight away. You can see he moves into position. He advances himself in front of the ball, and then he knows straight away, right, this is an overhead kick. And it was a brilliant choice of finish and great execution, even if it did come off his shin a little bit. Yeah. As I mentioned, a couple of minutes later, Mo Salah.
That's one of the, we're always looking at teams that are playing beautiful football, at teams that are building from the back. But sometimes a long kick from the goalkeeper gets you running.
Yeah, he does, and you've got to be aware to these things. And not only Mo Salah, but of course Alisson as well. He was aware. I mean, it's not the first time he's assisted in a goal. And I mean, I must admit, I'm screaming at the telly, pass now, here. And then when he chops back from the goalkeeper, I'm saying, pass again. But what do I know? It was, again, wasn't his cleanest of strikes with his weak foot. But when the chips are down, when you need someone to pop up with an important goal, Mo is your man. Yeah, you can see the Norwich defenders both wrong-footed. And you can see, could only look on agonisingly. And that milestone goal is 150th, coming in 233 appearances. Only Roger Hunt, the legendary Roger Hunt, has done it in fewer. That is quite incredible, Michael. You're on there as well, of course. Unsurprisingly so, in 280, but puts that in some perspective, doesn't it? Yeah, he's obviously an amazing player. He keeps breaking records all the time. he came to Liverpool in, at the perfect time to if you're going to be that type of player to break records, you've had your experiences at other clubs. You come here, you're the real thing, and then you can go and smash all those records, which he's doing.
Yeah, special moment then for Mo Salah. Special moment as well for their new signing, Luis Diaz from Porto. His first Liverpool goal, and it happens to be in front of the Kop as well, Denver.
And what a finish. First of all, the run behind, he make a beautiful curve run. Divock Origi got the number 4 out of his position, and he managed to just use that space. In the middle, the ball obviously is fantastic, and the first touch and the finish is just brilliant. So when you have team synergy like this, some beautiful movement like an orchestra, it always finishes like that.
Yeah. I mean, if Divock Origi wasn't behind him, he might not have scored that. You could see the defender just pause, just look over his shoulder, and that gave him the metre or two that he needed. And as Demba said, when he got the chance, he didn't disappoint. Beautiful little dink at the Kop end.
You look at the statistics, clearly on paper that looks like a dominant home performance, but it doesn't come across that way. We've got to give Norwich some credit here. Yeah,
I would have not expected to see those numbers, because Norwich are trying. I mean, they've been brave. They're trying to build from the back. Obviously, with Liverpool putting a lot of pressure, it's difficult. So sometimes you have to kick the ball long, and then they're missing a little bit of this second ball and trying to help Pukki up there.
Yeah, talking of Pukki, he's had Norwich's best chance.
Yeah, I agree with Demba. I think they've tried and they've been brave in possession as well. Even under pressure, they've tried to pass their way out of it. That was a lovely ball and first touch. I think the goalkeeper does well. He runs out at Pukki. That can put you off as well. Left foot going across like that. Natural shape is to curl it away from the goal. Yeah, I mean, you'd expect a man of his ability to finish better than that, but it was a big chance.
Yeah, why hasn't it quite clicked for Liverpool for you at the minute?
I mean, they're trying. They tried. Sometimes it just happened like this, but I think if they keep trying, if they keep pushing, I think they had triple ball touches in the box than the others. And what is not working is what we just seen is just the last touch on the ball.
Yeah, he hit that perfectly. It's just a wrong technique. You've got to miss-kick it sometimes on purpose. And he actually hit it perfectly, but it just went over the bar, and that's what happens when it bounces up. But you see a lot of half chances here for Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp trying to rally the troops. I think when you pick a team in the first place and you drop some of your bigger players, your two fullbacks that are so important to them, almost you send a message that we fancy ourselves with our not second team, fringe players, and that can just then cause a little bit of anxiety, especially through the fans and things like that. So it might be that you see one or two changes as well if he doesn't get a response in the early part of the second half.
But Mohamed Salah certainly looking sharp in the first 45. Sadio Mane's playing down the middle. Diego Jota, of course, is injured. Is that working for you, Demba?
I've seen him play different position with Senegal, also down the middle, and also sometimes he was coming too deep to get the ball, and it's not working. Sadio's biggest threat is when he starts from the side on the left side, and then he just runs the ball and runs the players. That's when he's at his best. And when you have a player that does this so good, you want him to do this,
And talking of Mane, and of course we've got you in the studio as well, he no doubt will have returned from the African Cup of Nations with a spring in his step. Your smile right now says it all, because that's a big moment really for him, for you, the country.
For the whole country, for the whole country, it was unbelievable. We have been waiting this for forever, as I can say. I tried, and players before me tried, but they managed to succeed on this, and this gives you a big boost,
Yeah, it's a special moment, this though, isn't it?
It was the best moment of Senegalese football, and Sadio was
a big part of it.
A big part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Antonio Rudiger, no talks over new Chelsea contract. Germany international Rudiger is out of contract at Stamford Bridge this summer and is free to reach pre-contract agreement with foreign clubs. Man United interim manager Ralf Rangnick, a long-term admirer of Rudiger, who is also the subject of interest from Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. There are currently no talks between Chelsea and Antonio Rudiger's representatives over a new contract at Stamford Bridge. Discussions between the centre-back's representatives and Chelsea had taken place last month, but, as yet, no new, improved official offer has been tabled. Rudiger's contract is up in the summer and he says he is happy at the club, but insists there are also other people who have to make decisions. Real Madrid are one of a number of European clubs interested in signing Rudiger on a pre-contract agreement, and talks are ongoing with Rudiger's representatives. Paris Saint-Germain are also thought to be keen, though any potential move to Paris has been complicated by the uncertain future of head coach Mauricio Pochettino. Manchester United interim manager Ralf Rangnick is also a long-term admirer of Rudiger. It is understood Chelsea would have to make the 28-year-old Germany international the highest-paid defender in the Premier League to keep him, while foreign clubs know they could potentially make up the required financial package in the form of signing on bonuses, as a move would not require a transfer fee. Rudiger himself is fully focused on playing for Chelsea. Head coach Thomas Tuchel continues to pick him despite his contract situation. Rudiger has played more minutes than any other Chelsea player this season.